The next game, West Indies, New Zealand. Then we ran into some problems because of USACA, which I don't necessarily know I want to get into right now. And then
Mayor Kaplan, there's always a good nugget in a USACA story to share.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you this honest. This is in the book. This is one of the stories. We are about 4 days out from the New Zealand West Indies game to be played. Teams have already arrived. Everyone's setting everything up. Everything's going really well. And so you understand, my job in this is promotion, support. People ask me a question, I say, sure, go ahead, do it. I mean, like, I don't know if I have the authority or whatever, but sometimes I just did. But there was an incredible team of people that were really running the show. And the best thing I could do was to support them whenever they needed help. So it wasn't like I put together this event. I supported this event and I did whatever they asked me to do. And they said that's all they really needed, was someone that would support them and not try to fight them or anything. And I never fought them on anything. Leslie was one of them. Lance Gibbs was one of them. Jeff Miller, a whole bunch of people. So I get a phone call at home at night about 4 days before the event from Dainty. You know who Dainty is, don't you?
I think we all know Gladstone Dainty, don't we, Mayor Kaplan, the former USACA president?
Up until a couple of years later, I had a relatively good working relationship with him. And he called me and he said to me, he said, Mayor, and by the way, so I can give you a little backstory. For a game to be played, USACA, who got its authority back, had to sanction the game. The ICC would not override them. So I get a call from him and he says, Mayor. I said, oh, hi, how you doing? And he says, well, we have a problem. I said, what's the problem? Everything seems like it's going well. What says, we have some problems. And, you know, USACA has not sanctioned the games yet. Okay. Remember, teams have already arrived. Everyone's setting up a lot of money. Tickets have been sold. Everything's going forward. And I'm going, okay, fortunately, I don't go into panic mode. I go into riot act mode. So I said, well, I don't know exactly what the problems are, but you've got all this stuff happening and you better make sure whatever the problem is that you're having, that it gets fixed immediately. Otherwise, a lot of people, including the ICC, is going to be extraordinarily upset. And I don't know if you want to deal with those kind of problems. Well, by noon the next day, the problem seemed to have gone away. I'm not exactly sure what it was, and I'm not going to speculate about it. I have a good suspicion from my years involvement, probably what it is, but I am not going to speculate on what it was. But the games took place. Good. Well, unbeknownst to me, that was the last of the games for several years because USACA refused to sanction future games for quite a while.
There was essentially a Pakistan series in either 2013 or 2014 that Pakistan was in line to visit Florida as part of the West Indies. Right. And a lot of people forget that one of the reasons why there was such a big gap between 2012 when the West Indies played New Zealand and 2016 when the West Indies played India was because there were a number of series that were proposed that for some reason or another, backroom politics derailed, and Pakistan was one of the teams that was supposed to visit, and it never happened.
They were all set. It was a done deal. It was completely a done deal. That game was supposed to be played. USACA just said, we're not sanctioning it. Killed it off. We went to the ICC. They couldn't do anything. We traveled down and met with the West Indies Cricket Board. And we were talking about future games and everything. And then it got to a point and they said, this is easy. We had it all worked out. Games, everything. A group of us was down there in the West Indies Cricket Board. The president then said, the only problem is USACA won't sanction the games. Can you do anything? And we're saying there, no, we don't have any authority. Maybe you can with the ICC. And they couldn't do it.